you're doing it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, and that's about it. Helen's trying to help me. I don't want help. So there's no point me knowing the alphabet. If you said to me, I want to know whether the N or the M comes, which way around an N, is, if it's before the M or after the M, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would only be able to look at it and go, I think it looks right. How about this? I don't know the difference between a verb or a noun. Would someone please explain to me what the difference is?
A verb is a doing word.
An action word.
And a noun?
It's a noun of a thing.
It's a subject. A noun is
Thank you. Because no one has ever actually explained that to me. But I lie. It has actually been explained to me hundreds of times, but I've never actually been able to remember the information. So, I don't actually know the, I don't actually know how to recite the months of the year. So you can imagine living life like that. So I continuously have a battle with people when they say, when are you going away on holiday? And I'll go, January. I know what January is actually, I'll use another one. June. And I would not know whereabouts June sits in the calendar year. But if you said June, I think is the 6th month. Okay, so if you said I'm going away on the 6th month, I would be able to use that information and think, we're currently in the 4th month, it's 8 weeks away. But I have to translate it. But then somebody will come back to me and they'll go, oh no, we're going away in April, and then I just don't even know where that is. But I think that's now because I just paid some tax. Okay, so that's good. But ladies and gentlemen, the lucky fact is I do actually know the days of the week. But to this day, I still do not know how to actually spell all the days of the week. So when it comes to Wednesday, Saturday, or Tuesday, I can't actually spell them with confidence. If I'm in front of a computer, I can mumble my way through it. I can look at the word, and I can say it's spelled correctly. A lot of the other words that I look at, I can tell you they're spelled correctly, but I would not be able to read them. Pronunciation is something I really struggle with. So when I'm having an intellectual conversation with other business people, often I don't feel I can, but I do it anyway. So my life is full of blunders. So half my life is people trying to teach me how to do stuff. And it's like continuously trying to help me. It's because they love me and they want to help me. And it's really nice, but it just doesn't really work. So I'm going to share with you a golden nugget from this speech. One single word that you guys are going to get from the speech that you're never going to forget. And that is, you can't teach a dyslexic person to read or write. What we have a problem with is the inability of being able to remember information that we're taught. So at the age of 23, I went to Spelt Canterbury, and they said they were going to assess me to see if I had dyslexia or not. And they come back and they said to me, Danny, you have a reading level of a 9.3-year-old. I thought that was quite good. So I said, what can you do about it? They said, well, what you do is you hire a teacher, and she could teach you phonetics. And I said, okay. And she gave me a phone number, and I rang this lady and said, I need to learn how to read and write. Because I left school at 14, I didn't miss that part out. So for a year I went along to see this teacher. Twice a week we learned how to read and write. And after 12 months of doing this, I now know that you can actually park a yacht beside a quay, and you can also use a key to unlock a door. Who would know that? I do. So what the big changing thing in my life was 1993. I was a painter and a decorator, and I was a painter and a decorator for 7 years for a boss. And when I left him, he gave me what did he give me, Helen?
digital type.
Yes. And I finally found a way of retaining information. I could actually put it all in this device. And eventually I actually had about 500 people's names, phone numbers, and at the time we didn't actually use email, in this device. And I could retain information. And then I got a computer, and the rest was history, as they say. So this speech that I still have to grasp today took me about 5 minutes to compose using voice recognition. And every time somebody says, like Mark said, does anyone do a speech, I pull it out of my archive of my computer and I redo the speech. So dyslexia is often talked about as a gift. And dyslexic people are often looking for new ways of doing things because we sort of don't know how to learn things, so we just find new ways of doing things. So I always challenge the educated to drop their habits and perhaps look for new ways of doing things, which is quite hard if you've been taught a certain way of doing things. In 2020, my business networking company took quite a big hit because of COVID-19. And to be honest, I've been working like a dog, woof, woof. I put that in my notes. And I've been reinventing myself, focusing on building my personal brand. And I'm actually now even looking at my own personal brand and I'm quite impressed by it. So, what I've been putting my energies into is I now are running a lot of virtual workshops where people can purchase courses on technology. It's called the Danny to Heck courses. And my courses range from the most, what I call the simple things I can do in my sleep to what educated people struggle with, which to my surprise. So I'm hoping Einstein will turn in his grave and I could actually show him what we can actually accomplish with technology. So in conclusion, if you're struggling with something to do with technology, look for an easier way. Ask me for a little bit of help, because I'm sure I can teach you to do something to maximize your life with technology. And I'm sure that you won't need to be told over and over again. You'll probably just remember what I teach you, or maybe not. And if that's the case, you can actually log into my courses and watch them over and over and over again.